Welcome to Tastemakers. I'm Lisa Mateo. From the hottest restaurants to local dives, celebrities always know where to eat, and here's your chance to join them. Come along for the ride as our guests share their favorite meal and the chefs that make them teach you the recipe. That's all part of Tastemakers, your reservation to food and fame. A great team has talent, experience, accomplishments, and if we're talking news, trust. That's Tamsen Fadal and Scott Stanford. Individually, they've earned Emmys, share a wealth of TV experience, and are as exceptional as New Yorkers demand. Together, they're Pix11's new duo that inform and entertain the city that never sleeps on the nightly news. Let's ride beyond the headlines for our lead story with Scott and Tamsen, because they aren't just newsmakers, they're tastemakers. Hello, Scott.
Hello, everybody.
Come on in.
Hello.
Hey, guys.
Hi.
So where are we going to eat?
How are you?
Good.
Bustan, Lebanese food.
I think we should eat right here in the truck. This is beautiful.
Take out.
They might do that for us.
Bustan. She introduced me to that
Yes.
place.
She did.
It's unbelievable.
I don't eat meat, so I'm eating bulgur wheat, and it's mixed with baked pumpkin, spinach, and chickpeas.
I'm going the exact opposite. I'm going full-on meat with the kebab filet.
Sounds good. Tamsen, your career has covered everything from pop culture to motivational speaking. Who is the real Tamsen Fadal?
Oh, just a little bit of combination of everything, I guess. I started out my career really in news. I covered the war in Afghanistan. I did investigative reporting for a long time and then moved into kind of pop culture celebrity.
You were in Afghanistan?
I was.
That is so cool.
Worked the morning show for a long time with you.
Yep.
And then the evening shift, and that's been really exciting change of pace, and then Scott came on board.
Her life just changed. It all blew up.
And then everything became special. And then outside of there, I worked in the relationship space for a while. I wrote some books on dating, and have done a lot of motivational speaking with regard to that, empowering women.
How do you make that balance?
I do what you do. I write a list. I try to stay as organized as possible, and every hour is accounted for or carved out. And even though I'm up until late at night, I get up early in the morning. Workout's a huge part of what I do. Spending time with good friends allows that balance, and I love my job, and I love what I do outside of my job. And I love the person that I work with every day, and so that makes everything so easy. It's
That's
like
so nice of you to say. Right. And you know what? Her relationship expertise has helped me out so much. I've never had more dates in the last 3 weeks than I've had since I've met her. It's unbelievable.
Yes, we're forced to go to dinner every night.
Now, Scott, you've talked about innings, periods, quarters, squared circles, fairways, and now events that kind of shape the world.
Yep.
What's that transition like?
I've always thought of myself as a broadcaster first and foremost. So just because I've done sports for the last couple of years, I've always been a news guy. I started in news. I was on the radio doing news. I do WWE. Whatever the situation calls for, I'm always ready to go. But I'll tell you, it's interesting, and I think people, after a couple of weeks, almost a month on the air now with the best news anchor I've ever seen, and just learning from her and just soaking it all in. And I'm like a sponge. I'm just taking everything in from her. Yeah, I feel like I've been doing it forever now, and I hope the audience that's watching us, I think they are used to me now talking about news and more serious issues than goofing around with sports, which I get to do on our air now also.
It seems natural with you guys.
Someone wrote us the other night, oh, it's Friday night, I guess I'm going to hang out with Tamsen and Scott tonight at 10 o'clock.
Yeah, that means everything.
Yeah,
it
they feel
really
like
does.
they're hanging out with you. But yeah.
And we both like to sing. That's
Yeah.
our thread.
Sing.
That's our Commonality, I think.
We sing
Broadway.
everything.
We like
everything.
Broadway.
Don't tell anybody I'm singing
I'm
Broadway.
sorry.
show tunes.
Sorry, he sings very masculine things.
Very masculine show tunes. People can get the news from their phones nowadays.
Sure.
So that puts the trust in you guys.
Our mission is to talk to the audience, because you're right, the audience can get their news from anywhere at a moment's notice, but we talk to real New Yorkers about real news that's going on in their neighborhoods, and that's our goal every night, and try to have a conversation with them rather than talk at them.
The management, our bosses, have given us free rein to voice our opinions on certain stories that kind of separates us from everybody else.
Now you see a blurred line between news, opinion, entertainment.
It's a combination of just being real. I got into this business because I like telling stories. Unfortunately, some of those stories are very sad, tragic stories, but people need to know what's going on either in their backyard or in their world as a whole. And I think you just take it day to day depending on what that story is. I mean, Hurricane Sandy, you know, Lisa, was really difficult covering it as we watched it hit people that we talk to every day. So that was a really tough one to cover.
Scott, we talked about all the things that Tamsen's juggling, but you have a lot going on too. What's
Me?
life with the WWE?
I got nothing. I got nothing. I was, until I started here, a commentator with WWE for a couple of years, and I was on the road every Monday and Tuesday. And when I started with NBC and now Pix 11, we scaled it down to where I could just be in the studio. So I do on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, I do about 6 different shows that air in 37 countries around the world. I am huge in Australia and India. It's like I'm George Clooney in India.
Kind of.
It's like a traveling circus. It's great. I get to be a whole different person over there. And we have our pregame shows here on Pix 11, which we're doing. I'm like a mercenary.
Oh, boy. Did you ever step into the ring? Can you body slam with the best?
No, I never had to get hit with a chair.
Can't hurt that pretty face.
No, you don't want to do anything to me.
Tamsen, entrepreneur, designer, you have your own jewelry design at the same time with your cousin.
I do. My cousin Shannon and I grew up together in Texas, and she and I have a jewelry line called Shanson. Our names combined together, and it's semi-precious gemstones, and all of the pieces have different meanings. And a certain percentage of each one of the sales that we have go to charity.
And your cousin has a career of her own outside of the jewelry line.
She does. Shannon Elizabeth, she's an actress and also a businesswoman.
She played Natasha in American Pie, right?
Nadia.
Not right.
Thanks for
Same
watching.
Right, Nadia. Was she the one from band camp? No, that wasn't the band camp girl.
Can you imagine I sit next to him for 2 hours a day?
What do people not know about Scott Stanford?
I used to work at the Catskills when I was a youngster. I was a bellhop. I used to host all the wet t-shirt contests and stuff. I did do that up in the Catskills.
I worked at an ice cream shop.
Tell us about that.
I was a soda jerk.
How appropriate.
No way.
What do you mean you were a soda
I did.
jerk?
I worked at a place called Oscar's Back Porch, and I used to scoop ice cream every Friday and Saturday night. It was so sad, actually. Everyone would come in from my high school with dates, and I'd be serving the girls and guys, all the cute guys, I'd be serving them ice cream.
With their dates?
Yeah, with their dates, and I wasn't the date. I know.
And you weren't the date.
Did they used to say, hey, get me a soda jerk? Is that how that name came about?
I'd be like, soft serve, what do you want? Here you go, you look really pretty tonight. Wait for my little tip, 50 cents. That was my first job.
Smile.
If only I was at Oscar's ice cream shop in the 1970s,
Back porch.
huh?
Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
No, when was it?
We better get to that restaurant.
It's all about the kebabs.
Hi, Tamsen.
Hi, Elias.
How are
Good
you?
to see you. You remember Scott?
Good to see you, my friend.
How are you?
Pleasure. I get a hug.
Thank you.
And this is Lisa Mateo.
Hi, Lisa.
Hi.
How are you?
Good, nice to meet you.
Thank you. Today I'm gonna show you her favorite dish, kibbe lactine. That's mean pumpkin kibbe.
All right, show me
Thank
to
you.
the kitchen.
Thank you, please.
You are in for a treat. You're about to learn how to make Tamsen Fadal's favorite dish here at Bustan. And Elias, now you're not only owner, but he's back here cooking today, aren't
Yes, I'm executive chef owner.
you? Executive chef owner, you do it all here.
Yes.
Now, tell me again the name of the dish.
Kibbe lactine. Lactine mean pumpkin.
What ingredients do you need to make this?
This dish is from the mountain, so don't need too much ingredient. You need a pumpkin, cracked wheat to make the dough. Of course, you perfume it with some cumin, white pepper, and salt. To stuff it, you need fresh spinach, chopped onion, chickpeas, saffron, and we can use the same spices.
Are these spices a staple?
Every plate you cook with cracked wheat, you need to use cumin because cumin is anti-gas, and this can produce sometimes gas in your stomach.
So it works to
It
help
works,
each other. Okay,
yes.
okay. Tamsen's a vegetarian, so that's why you're making it this way.
Yes.
Do most people eat it this way?
Kibbe is a very famous dish in Lebanon because we produce a lot of cracked wheat. So we can use it with lamb, fish, with pumpkin.
What about the name of the restaurant? What does that mean?
Al Bustan means the orchard.
The orchard.
Orchard have everything. Here you have everything.
Well, you're about to learn how to make everything here into one complete dish.
Now we're gonna start to make the stuffing. Some olive oil, chopped onion. This is the spinach.
And we're just gonna saute all this
Yeah,
together?
a little bit to make it soft. We use iodized salt. White pepper. Why I don't use black pepper? Black pepper look like sand. A little bit of cumin. We're gonna make saute now. A chopped onion with the chopped spinach, with the olive oil and the spices. This part gives the most flavor for the dish. The crust is good, it's tasty, but not as well as
It's what's inside.
What's inside.
There you go.
yeah. Now we're gonna make the dough. To make the dough is very easy. You have to mix two ingredients. The pumpkin, mash it first, become like a puree.
So you've already peeled it, sliced it up, boiled it, and now you mash it.
Yes. We add the cracked wheat,
Do you use cracked wheat in a lot of your dishes?
a lot.
You want it thicker so it's easy to,
Yeah, you
to
want
mold?
it to be like a dough. Now we have to put some salt, white pepper, and of course, more cumin.
Oh, I love cumin.
And a little bit of saffron.
This isn't your ordinary saffron, is
No, this is a real original saffron from Afghanistan.
it? From Afghanistan.
Now we're gonna start to make the bottom side.
Pack it into the bottom of the dish,
Yeah, not very thick and not very thin.
just enough.
Yeah,
And this is the base for it.
the base.
Now we need the stuffing. Now we need to add some more to the top.
Yeah, another layer. We're gonna make a little decoration at the top to let the oil go inside, olive oil.
And then it seeps right down into there.
It's gonna go to the oven for 20 minutes under 350 degrees Fahrenheit.
I'm gonna join Tamsen and Scott. I'll let you finish up. I can't wait to try that.
See you later.
Okay, thank you. There seems like a lot of tradition here.
That's why I like this restaurant so much, because this is a food that my grandmother used to make us on Sundays. We went over and we had a traditional Lebanese dinner, from the tabbouleh, hummus, baba ganoush, the grape leaves, falafel, and then we've got some exciting entrees that are just great.
Yes, I smell pumpkin coming this way.
You remember how we make it? You remember how we make it
Yes, I
together?
smell it. It looks fantastic.
Yes.
You did an excellent job.
Yes,
I love it.
pumpkin, you know, that dish is especially in the mountain in Lebanon, so during the Lent, you know, when people, they can't eat meat during 50 days, so they have to substitute the meat by something else. They substitute the meat by the pumpkin, mix it with the cracked wheat, and the stuffing, instead to put roasted lamb inside, they put spinach, walnuts, chickpeas, onions, raisin to give the flavor. And it's good with that Lebanese coleslaw salad.
A salad.
Bon appetit.
Lisa, I know she doesn't eat meat, but would you like to try some of the best filet?
Oh, yes. Thank you.
Want to try my
Oh my
pumpkin?
No, I would
Hold
love
on.
to try your pumpkin.
Here, I don't want to steal your fork.
You can eat it?
Just a little piece.
You can have it. Do you want a piece?
Oh my gosh. So
That's a
good.
great steak, right?
Oh my gosh, that's so good. I noticed some vegetables here. Is that has to do with tradition as well?
Yes.
These grape leaves are fantastic.
Are they so good? I
You know what
know.
would really
haven't
put the
had them.
finishing touches on this? Pink turnips.
I want you to try the baba ganoush, too.
Baba ganoush, okay.
Did you have them
Here, you
falafel?
have your turnips.
I scoop with the pita bread.
And then we have hummus. And what's this one over here?
Muhammara, fresh red pepper, crushed walnuts, some pomegranate molasses, cumin, garlic, and some spices all together.
You know what I love about this?
Really
That
good.
you are so cultural. Way back in the day when Tamsen and I were kids, way back, there was no, the parents didn't ask you what you wanted.
Right.
When they called you in from playing outside, not being on the computer, but playing outside, it was always, here's what's for dinner. So it was either meatloaf,
Here's your
or
food.
pork chops. Right, if you didn't want that food, you weren't eating. My mother was a good cook. She still is.
This bread, I always scooped everything with it or fill it up with everything.
Like this, and you can scoop right away in the dish.
Is that pita bread?
You can scoop into that one, too, if you want to.
And those are Scott's favorites over there?
Falafel.
Falafel.
With this on.
Let's try some of that. Now, how long has the restaurant been open here?
What's baba ganoush?
Al Bustan has existed since 25 years. Used to be on 3rd Avenue for 20 years, and here almost 5 years.
Are there many Lebanese restaurants in the city?
New York City, you have maybe 3.
What makes yours different?
This is authentic. Authentic and fine Lebanese cuisine. Some restaurants look like a diner, you know, the old-fashioned. And you have some, they make fusion cuisine. They make fusion till you get confused. You don't know what you're eating.
Fusion confused.
So true.
Isn't that the name of one of those restaurants? Fusion Confusion?
Traditional belly dancers, that's an entertainment that you would have after meals. My mom taught me how to belly dance, actually, because it's very traditional. Yeah, it's
Would you
very
like
traditional.
to show everybody?
He just doesn't stop.
Will you be adding the belly dancer aspect?
To this decor, I don't think belly dancer can fit. It can fit only if you have private party.
Guess we'll have to settle for you now, won't we?
There are a lot of crossover with Israeli food as well in some of these dishes, correct?
They brought a lot of civilization and they brought a lot of knowledge and everything. So we copy from them. And now we say it's our no. We copy from them. They create the hummus. They create.
That's why you see the crossover of the two. Remember, you said, what does it taste most like?
I ate all my steak.
Oh my gosh!
Very good.
Visually, the decor, it reflects the food and how incredible it is.
I have a friend of mine, his wife is interior designer. She used to come like every week from Stockholm to here to just assist for the job of what we're making. And she draw everything. She don't want any picture on the wall because the place is a picture.
Tamsen, thank you. This has been a learning experience for me, learning about your culture and the food that you eat. It's been just incredible.
I'm so excited you like it.
I did. Now I think we're gonna have to do some belly dancing to work off all this food.
I vote for the belly dancing.
I'm sure you do.
I'm in.
Scott. Thank you, guys. Cheers.
Thank you,
For
everybody.
today, Sakta.
Thank you. L'chaim.
We're in the Tastemakers Kitchen, brought to you by Eatontown TV and Appliance. For our doggy bag segment, our executive chef, Mike D'Angelo from Citrico's in Bradley Beach, New Jersey, is going to show us how to reheat and reinvent take-home food from your favorite restaurant. So what's in our doggy bag today, Chef Mike?
Leftover pork chop,
Ah, what are we going to turn this into?
a spicy pork noodle soup,
Sounds good. I like spicy. What are the ingredients?
miso paste, bean sprouts, celery, cilantro, scallions, jalapeno, lime, and bok choy.
Bok choy, what is that?
Chinese cabbage. It's gonna complement all the ingredients and adds a little texture to the soup.
Sounds good. How do we get started?
Let's get started by prepping all the ingredients. We're gonna cut the bok choy up. Give it a cut right in the middle so the way the leaves are wide, you don't want big pieces on the soup. And we just roll it. It's very easy, quick.
That is quick.
It is quick. We're just gonna carve the meat right out of here. Very easy. See that?
Take the bone off. I got it.
And just slice little cubes. And we're done. We're gonna start by simmering the vegetable stock. If you don't have vegetable stock, you can use chicken stock. We put about 5 cups of vegetable stock here, Lisa. Start by putting the miso paste right in there. Be careful with that.
It's like about a tablespoon.
Yeah. Let's put the bean sprout in. Put the celery in. A nice pinch of cilantro. Some scallions. Sliced jalapeno. That you put in your preference. And take it easy. Don't put the whole thing. I know you like it spicy.
I like it spicy.
After you handle the jalapenos, be careful. Don't touch your face, your eyes. Wash your hands.
I've done that before. It stings. It burns.
That's right. Once it comes to a boil, we're gonna add our bok choy and our pork.
Why do we save that for last?
Since the pork is already cooked, you don't want to overcook that. And the Chinese cabbage, it's a soft cabbage, so you don't want to overcook that. It's just going to be too mushy. All right, our stock is boiling now. Let's add the bok choy.
The whole thing?
Grab a nice handful, throw it in there. Now we're ready to add the rice noodles. We're going to let this cook for about 10 minutes, and then we're going to add our pork. 5 more minutes, and the soup is ready. Add a little bit of grated garlic and ginger, and it's ready.
Chef Mike, this presentation is amazing. I can't believe you turned a leftover piece of pork chop and turned it into a spicy noodle soup.
And if you like, you could put a little bit of soy sauce, squeeze a little lime. That's the way I like it.
I
Go
think
for
I like
it.
that. Yeah, I think I like that too. Squeeze a little lime.
All right,
Little
give me
taste?
Give me the taste. Give me the taste.
Oh, you've never let me down so far. All right.
And
That's good.
good.
Very
Nice and
spicy.
spicy. Well, you put the spices in.
Can I have the whole thing?
Take it.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you for joining us on Tastemakers, where you always have a reservation for food and fame. For complete recipes and additional clips not seen on this show, log on to mytastemakers.tv.
We sing Les Mis together.
We
and
do. We sing a little bit of Grease. We do Grease.
Is this in between commercial breaks? When do you do
Yeah, between commercial breaks.
Yeah. Sometimes. And the floor guys are like, is this really happening right now?
They just tune out.
Just trying to kill some time.
Are you guys up for a little now? Or is that only in the studio?
Sing.
Go ahead, you start it and I'll kick it in.
Which one do you want? I don't know what you want.
do
We
it.
do Grease again?
Do Grease, go ahead.
All right.
Which one do you want to do? I got chills.
They're multiplying
And I'm losing control.
for the power you're supplying.
It's electrifying.
We did it, baby!